Good evening, friends. Welcome to Konexio Technical Insights. I am Rahul Randeria and I would be conducting today's show. Today, we would be discussing regarding the trends, the setups, the patterns in Nifty, Bank Nifty, and other asset classes. First of all, I would like to just highlight the last week discussion which we have done in the last week's show. We have highlighted that the India VIX has been gaining slowly and gradually the strength from the lower levels. And we have already identified that the rising wicks from the levels of 21 can test the levels of 31 in short to medium term. At that time, Nifty was trading around 14,700 mark. Almost it was a top. And we have also said that while that the India VIX might test from the levels of 21 to 31, and Nifty might make an intermediate top from those levels, and we might see a correction towards the levels of 14,000. Last week, exactly Nifty has behaved in a same identical manner. Nifty tested the levels of 14,753, and from there we have seen a sharp sell-off where till yesterday, I mean to say till Friday, Nifty tested almost the level of 13,600. So definitely the momentum has changed. The pattern are getting weaker on the daily, weekly, monthly charts. So looking at India VIX, we have clearly indicated that it is a sell on rise market, and markets on a global front can make an intermediate top for short to medium term. So definitely the levels from those levels were critical. It were highly overbought, and we have seen a significant correction from those levels. Now I would like to highlight Dow Jones. Again, in Dow Jones also, on the daily charts, I'm just mentioning it. On the daily charts, Dow Jones has formed a rounding top pattern. Again, at those levels, it was getting some sort of exhaustion sign at the higher levels. Again, in the CBOE VIX, also in the Dow Jones, has been showing strength from the levels of 25, and it is just quoting around 35, 36 levels, and it has potential to test the levels of 45 from the current levels. So again, overall, I just wanted to highlight that global market might come under pressure in the coming days or weeks or months from these levels, from these days. So definitely one needs to be cautious at current levels and on pullbacks. I mean to say and on rise from the current levels. The strategy would be book profit at the higher levels in individual stocks and sell on rise in Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now I would like to highlight, or I would like to discuss the Nifty. Nifty on the daily charts, as we have discussed earlier, you will see on the screen that it has been making higher tops, higher bottom in an upward rising channel. Yes, on the screen you can clearly see from March 2020 lows, Nifty has been making higher tops, higher bottom in an upward rising channel. And again, last week also we have highlighted that Nifty has tested the upward major resistance lines. And again on the RSI also we have indicated that when Nifty was making higher tops, RSI was slightly making lower tops, which was a clear indication of a negative divergence. And we can see the result. Nifty tanked. I mean to say, Nifty's sharp sell-off from the levels of 14,753 mark till the Friday's low, which was almost 13,600 mark. Now, as you can clearly see, that the downward sloping, the downward rising support line is exactly just coming nearing 13,000, which is the psychological mark. So now, from here onwards, any pullback in the Nifty should be used to go short at the higher levels. The downside target of the upward rising support channel line, which is you can clearly see, it is coming around the 13,000 mark. So probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks, Nifty might test the level of 13,000 mark from the current levels. Again, RSI is also tilting down, which is clearly indicated that there is the momentum has changed from buy on dips to sell on rallies. So any pullback from the current levels should be used to go short. Now, on Monday, I mean to say on the 1st of the February, it is the Union Budget Day. So the session would be highly volatile. Again, traders need to be cautious at these levels because we might see highly volatile session on the budget day, depending upon the flow of the budget, the news in the budget, the information in the budget. So traders need to be cautious. on the budget day or trade with strict stop losses. Now, the crucial support in the Nifty for the next week are placed at the first support in the Nifty are placed at 13,432. If it breaks those levels, then the next crucial support is coming at 13,131, and then below those levels, the 13,000, which is the psychological mark, and again the upward rising channels support line. So definitely there are three crucial supports in the Nifty. First, 13,432, then 13,131, and then 13,000, which is the psychological mark. Whereas on the upside, the major resistance are placed at 13,966 if it breaks those levels, and then next resistance is around 14,123 mark. So from these levels, any pullback in the Nifty should be used to go short at the higher levels for a downside target of 13,131. But one needs to see how much pullback is coming. Maybe 1%, 1.5%, or 2%. One should wait for a pullback and then only go short at the higher levels. Now on the Bank Nifty front, I would like to just highlight one important point. Again, you will see on the screen. On the Bank Nifty, last week also we have clearly indicated that on the Bank Nifty, it has broken out from an ending diagonal on the daily charts. You can clearly see, which has seen a sharp sell-off once it has broken the support trend line. Currently, it is a bearish pattern, and one needs to be cautious in banking and financial stocks also. Again, uh, the crucial levels in the Bank Nifty are placed at 30,175. If it breaks those levels, the next crucial support is at 29,687, and below that, the final support for the week is at 28,976. Whereas on the upside, the resistance are placed at 31,287. If it breaks, then 31,697. Then above that, the final support of final resistance for the next week is 32,131. So again, I would like to highlight that it is a budget week. Budget day is on Monday. The trading would be highly volatile, so traders need to be cautious or trade with strict stop losses, as we can see the wild swings in the markets, especially on Monday, which is the budget day. So in Nifty and Bank Nifty, traders need to watch out for these particular important levels and trade according to the trend seen on the particular day. Now, the next segment is the derivative segments. So we will discuss the concentration of the position built up in the calls and puts in Nifty and Bank Nifty. First of all, I would like to discuss the Nifty. In Nifty, the strong position has been built, or what we can call that the strong concentration of the position in the Nifty calls are seen at UV screen, which are 13,800, 13,900, and 14,000, which are the major resistance line. Now, you can clearly see that there has been a strong uh, writing in the upward out of the money calls of 13,800, 13,900, and 14,000 calls. So definitely this would be the crucial important resistance level one needs to be watch out for. Now on the Nifty put side, the strong concentration of the position which has been seen in the Nifty puts are clearly seen at, you can see on the screen, which is 13,500, then 13,400, and 13,200. So, and you can clearly see that the strong position has been built. I mean to say, long position has been built in the out of the money calls in 13,400 and 13,200. So these are the crucial important levels or strike price where the concentration of the position has been built in on the Nifty puts. Now in Bank Nifty, the major position or the concentration of the position has been seen around 30,500 calls, 31,000 calls, and 31,500 calls. You can clearly see on the screen there has been a strong position built in this particular out of the money calls, which are 31,000 and 31,500 calls. Now in Bank Nifty puts, the strong position has been built in 30,000 puts, then 29,000 puts and 29,000 puts. You can clearly see. So clearly the downside support would be coming around 29,000 and 29,500. These are the crucial supports or crucial levels where it can act as a important support for the next week. So looking at this particular strike price, the position has been built in Nifty and Bank Nifty. So traders should also consider this derivative data and trade accordingly, depending upon the trend seen in the next week. Now the final segment for the today's segment for the today's show is the positional call. And positional call, I have identified one stock which is Bajaj Finance. On the daily charts, the stock has formed a head and shoulder pattern. You will see on the screen. Yes, definitely you can see on the screen. Bajaj Finance has formed a head and shoulder pattern, which is a bearish pattern. There is a left shoulder, there is a head, and there is a right shoulder. Again, on the right shoulder, just the stock is trading near its neckline, and volumes are slowly and gradually increasing from these levels. Now, I feel that once the neckline is broken, then the stock has potential to drift down or to correct till the levels of 4,400. Currently, the stock is quoting around uh, 44, 44,050 or odd marks. So any pullback from this level, I mean to say, the strategy would be on the stock would be sell on rise. So any rise from this level towards the level of 4848, I mean to say 4,848. Any pullback towards those levels should be used to exit or go short at the higher levels. Once the neckline is broken, the stock has potential to test the level of 4,400 in next 3-4 months. So definitely, looking at the pattern, it is a bearish pattern. RSI is also drifting down. It is on the midway. So any pullback in this stock should be used to exit or book profit in the stock and go short those who want to take a fresh call for next 2 to 3 months. So this was the stock and the final segment for the day. So I would like to conclude the show. Thank you very much, friends, for watching the show. Any suggestion you can give in the comment box. Any live update in Nifty, Bank Nifty calls, you can connect me on my Twitter handle, which is @Rahul Randeria. I would thank you very much and have a nice trading week. Thank you.